Good morning. Thank you, Jesus, for the day. It is a Sunday. Let's get to work. I was here yesterday working, and I'll show you what I was working on yesterday, but today I'm going to start putting together, there's 2 upper cabinets, and then there are 9 lower cabinets. I really want to put together. Yesterday, I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 uppers completely together. The bottom skins on, the face frames on, double check the shelves, double check the measurements. These cabinets are essentially done, ready to go. I do need to measure for the doors, but that'll be once everything else is together. And I probably won't get those other cabinets fully done today. I really just want to put them together. I doubt I'll get the face frames on and check the shelves and check the measurements, but if I can just get them together. And then tonight, what I'll probably do is measure. I call it measuring in theory, because I'm not physically using the tape measure and physically measuring on the cabinets. And then that way tomorrow we can get the face frames on, get those cabinets done, get everything ready. And then I can just double check myself with an actual tape measure on the cabinets. It goes a lot faster doing it like that, because then you don't have to really write. You can just measure, look down, check on the calculator, be like, yep, perfect, boom, 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 done. So this face frame, all these face frames are made out of beech wood, 3/4 of an inch thick. Color Egret white, that's why it's an Egret white kitchen remodel. These 2 cabinets here are for appliances. Well, technically no. These 2 cabinets go above 2 cabinets that are for appliances. This is technically the bottom. I have them flipped right now so the bottoms don't get scuffed on the concrete. But I packed these out so that way the cabinet below it we can attach right to it. And the other thing I did is I made this face frame wide here because I didn't know exactly how. We're doing the appliance garage doors that fold up. I think they're called like the Aventos. Oh shoot, I forget exactly what they're called, but they're by the manufacturer Bloom. And I just wanted to make sure I had enough room for these doors and the doors for that garage hinge. So that worked out fine. Microwave we packed out, again, super thick, 1.5 inches. So that way, you can hold the weight of the microwave. Everything here though is good to go. The CNC and Carl cut out, and he got here super early. Thank you, Dad. And he got all the pieces cut out, I think. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure all the pieces are cut. These are all my pieces for those 9 lowers. I believe there's 9. And then the 2 uppers, I'll have to double check on the sheet. I know there's 2 uppers though. So I'm gonna just start transferring all these way down yonder, get them all Craig jigged up, and then I'll start gluing, screwing, boom, done, boom, done. Hopefully belt these things out here. It's another hot day, but it is what it is. Yesterday was way worse. And then tomorrow I think is supposed to be the worst day, Monday. And then once tomorrow's done with, the rest of the week is going to be like mid to high 80s, which is going to feel like fall. It's been like mid 90s with like a dew point humidity through the roof. So today is better because it's still like 91. Yesterday I think it was like 96. But the dew point humidity is way lower. So quite honestly, it feels like fall today. You know, it's crazy, but the corn sweat is real. I'm gonna get all of our stretcher boards here, toe kicks, tops, 2 top boards. Get these over here, and then I'll just start organizing everything by number. Once I have it all organized by number, I'm just gonna take the pieces over to the Craig jig machine that I need, Craig them. Upon further inspection, I don't think Carl and the CNC got all the pieces cut out. I think he had to go to church, which is awesome. So my game plan I think here is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't have the back, but then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I think what I'm going to do here is these are all the side pieces, at least I have for right now. I'm going to Craig jig all of these, put them where they go, and then what I'll do is our toe kick and our top boards. I'm going to Craig jig. I don't need to Craig jig the toe kick, and I only need to Craig jig one of the top boards, so I'll get that done. And then there's a few bottom pieces over there, like the top and the bottom, or the floor and the ceiling. I'll put those in, and then once I'm fully organized, everything's Craiged, I will put together what I can. I don't know how much there's going to be that I can put together. Maybe only 1, maybe 2, which is fine. And then I think what I'll do is I'll go up to the office and I'll just start doing the math for the door measurements. I think that's the game plan. That way then, I don't know if Carl's gonna come back today or not. The CNC doesn't like, it's not that it doesn't like the heat, it doesn't like the humidity, really. It's not too humid today, but it really doesn't like it. So I don't know if he's gonna continue cutting or not. I think he's gonna come back and maybe clear coat a bunch of stuff, like drawer boxes. There's like 20 of them. But I don't know if he'll cut anymore. So I'm just gonna do what I can. I'll do the door measurements. In worst case, I'll help with the drawer boxes. Let's take a look at those. These are all the drawer boxes unclear coated. And this is what they look like. I don't know if you can kind of tell the difference. Let's see, can you tell the difference? Yeah, clear coat, no clear coat. I don't know how far he got on these. I think there's one coat. There might be two coats. I'm not sure. But they need sanded and then they need a third coat for sure. Or they need a second coat, oven, sand, third coat, oven, done. So they come out though. Come out looking really nice, the dovetails. I hate when it looks fuzzy or frizzly or unsanded here. So I sand the you-know-what out of it and I make it look really nice. One of my friends bought a nice house, really nice house, big house in Ankeny, where we're at. And of course I'm looking at the cabinets and drawer boxes, which no one does. I mean, it all looks super nice. But I opened up a drawer because I needed to get something. I looked at the dovetail and it looked unsanded, or it looked fuzzy, or it looked, I don't even know how to describe it really. And I was like, I don't like that at all. And then, which I assume they were mass produced, which is fine and awesome. The fact that they were dovetailed, awesome. And that's kind of where I want to get. I want to make affordable products for the clients. Really nice products for the clients, but still affordable. That's why I'm like, I want all the drawer boxes dovetailed. Would it be faster and cheaper to do pocket screws? Yes, but the standard I think should be dovetail, and we can do them at an affordable price for the client. So why not? Why cheapen that? You know, one option we have that cheapens it, I guess you could say, is we offer 1/2-inch cabinets instead of 3/4. The 1/2-inch can hold 1,000,000 billion pounds. Like, we put quartz in pretty much all of our kitchens. That's what the clients choose. They can do marble, granite, whatever, Formica. They always choose quartz, which is like 12 to 15 pounds per square foot, I think is what it is. And the 1/2-inch holds it perfectly. So one way to cheapen the cabinets for the clients, because again, even if you have $1 billion, you don't want to spend money. No one wants to spend money. So, which is good. You want to save your money, which is awesome. So that's why we offer the 1/2-inch cabinets. And then you can spend, if you want to spend a little bit more money in other places, you can on like a trash unit, or I want a little more expensive handle, something you're always going to see. The 1/2-inch, a lot of times I get hate in the comments, oh, your cabinets are 1/2-inch. Well, yeah, we do make 3/4-inch dovetail, or not dovetail, 3/4-inch dado glue screw, but the client, the 1/2-inch works perfectly. It works so perfectly. We've never had an issue. It's a decent amount cheaper. And then the client can either save their money for their family, or if they want to spend a little bit more on handles, they can do whatever they want then. In my opinion, I would argue the dovetails on the drawer boxes is more important than the 3/4 on the cabinets. Like, the 1/2-inch works perfect, where I wouldn't want to do pocket screws on the drawer boxes. I want to do dovetails. I don't know. But that being said, I want to make affordable products for customers at a really good price. But I also want to make systems for mass production, if that makes sense too. So again, going all the way back through there, I like the dovetails. Even though they take more time, there's a system in place you can do. You can make them pretty affordable. And I just like spending the time on sanding them, making them really nice, because my friend's house, it's so beautiful, but I just opened up that drawer. I said, oh, that's kind of an eyesore. But they wouldn't know. They wouldn't care. No one really cares. None of our clients open up the drawers and be like, oh, that's a dovetail. But I just know it is. So anyway, long tangent, pretty much for nothing. So I'm going to start Craig jigging all of these. I'll go get some of the tops and bottoms, Craig jig those, organize, put together what I can, and worst case, or best case, depending on how you look at it, I'm going to start measuring for some doors using our Craig jig pocket hole machine here. Get some pocket holes into our cabinets. On these lowers, I put 5, which quite honestly is probably overkill. I bet 4 would be fine, but I like a lot of screws. I like a lot of glue. I like our dados here, along with our pocket holes. There we go, another piece done. Once I get this whole stack done here, I'll go organize, and then I just have some tops and bottoms that I need to do. Organize those, and I can see what I can put together then. One thing I don't like doing, or one thing I really cannot stand in general, is like half-done projects, because then it's like, this is going to sound crazy, it's in my mind, and I have to think about it so I don't forget what I did. Where if I don't touch it, or I complete it, like haven't started it, or I finished it, it's not in my brain anymore. Like, it's done. I'm on to the next thing. So, if I get all the pieces that are cut organized, in my mind, that's completed. And then, I don't have to think about it. Whereas, like, or if I take, let's say this cabinet can be put together, I can just put it together, set it to the side, that's done. But if I halfway start putting together cabinets that don't have all the parts, then I gotta try to figure out and remember what I did when I'm thinking about 800 other things, and it's just a mess. So I'm only gonna put together the cabinets that I can fully put together. So that's completed. But I am gonna organize everything that I have. So that way when we get more parts, I can just finish organizing that. That's why I'm pocket jigging every piece that we have, that we can. Put it over to the side, be done with it. After sorting all of the cabinets, I can put together 0 cabinets, which is fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do the math on the cabinet doors, get that done. Then when Carl gets here, I just don't know exactly where he is on the drawer boxes, spraying them. If he's on coat 2, I could sand him, put the 3rd coat on, but if he's on coat 1, I would just spray him right now. So I think it's better use of my time just to simply go do the math on the doors. And then I think Church will be over, he'll be in, and then, or I'll call him. I'll just see where he is on the drawer boxes, and worst case I can get those sprayed, because I'd like to get those, well, tomorrow I'd like to get the cabinets completely put together, face frames, everything, put the drawer boxes in, and maybe even get side panels on. So that'd be the game plan. Pretty much have these ready for Tuesday would be big. I don't know if we'll get there, but I'd like to at least have the option. So if I can kind of get the drawer boxes sprayed today, that'd be a win for sure. Get the doors pretty much measured. I'll double check that tomorrow after I put the rest of the cabinets together. I now have all of my door measurements done. Once I have all the rest of the cabinets and face frame and everything put together, I'm gonna double check it though. But until then, that's the hard part's kind of done. Just want to double check myself. Turn the oven on till all 4 green lights are on. We can't actually press process start though. Takes about 10-ish, 15 minutes. So I found out, Carl texted me, there's 2 coats on these 9 drawer boxes. I'm gonna sand these drawer boxes right here, some 400 grit, just by hand, lightly. Knock the fibers, they get raised up. And then, once that's completed, I will spray these for a 3rd time. We can move my nice rack out of the way. Doesn't look nice, but it actually is come in handy with trim and drawer boxes and big panels and a whole bunch of stuff, face frames. So I'm gonna sand these, get a 3rd coat on these, move them out of the way, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more to do. And the rack's big, but it ain't that big. So I'll probably be able to do like 4. So I'll do like 4, get those completely done, 4 completely done, and then 3. I'd really like to get these done today. That way, tomorrow they can just focus on, I think they need to put a few more coats on these skin side panels right here. They can get the rest of this trim done as side panels. And then we can just be building cabinets. It'll just get the clog out. The oven's really fast, but the finishers we're working on different projects. last week, so we built up a whole bunch of stuff for them and got a little bit behind. But they went through, they got through all, like Friday, they got all the face frames done, which is crazy. Awesome. And then like the skin side panels pretty much done, which is awesome. So if I can get these boxes done, they can do the trim, finish the side panels, and then hopefully we can start making doors Tuesday, so they can start spraying those Wednesday. I don't know, something like that. But anywho, I'm gonna grab me a Gatorade Zero and then just start sanding these drawer boxes. I have 7 of the 9 drawer boxes on the first set fully sanded. And while I've been sanding, I sprayed the next 4. The second coat is in this oven drying. Let's see. Oh, it's a little wet still. That way, while those guys are getting sprayed and drying, I can be sanding those. Gives me a little bit more efficiency. I can get some more stuff done. So I think my plan is I'm going to sand those 2. I was hoping, quite honestly, to be able to pull those out, spray the next 4 really quick, get 2 coats on those before, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to sand these 2, pull those out, get them off the rack, blow these off, spray them while those are cooling, and then I'll sand those. Those will be done once I pull them out, spray those, and then I'll start working on these next 2 sets here. I have 5 drawer boxes completely done, 3rd coat on. They're super, super slick. Love that. Dovetails look amazing. I would have had 6 done, but I went into the oven a little too soon. I kind of touched the drawer box right here and it left a fingerprint, so I had to wait fully until the oven dried it out. I should have just waited 2 more minutes. I wouldn't have had the problem, but sanded it, done. So now these 5, I'm going to spray for the last time, 3rd time. They'll be finished. Those 2 are fully sanded. I need to sand those 2, and then they're ready for this last coat. Then I just have 7 more. I need to put 3 coats on fully and sand, and they're sitting right there. Carl started ripping down some of our boards, beech wood, 13/16 thick, to become our 3/4 inch thick shaker 45 doors and drawers. This Egret white kitchen remodel. I still have those 7 to start, but those are done, those are done. And once I pull these out, these will be done. I'm gonna end the video there. CNC's not cutting the rest of the day. Carl's gonna get here early tomorrow, cut, so that way then we can hit the ground running tomorrow. Organize and Craig the pieces we're missing, start putting those 11 cabinets together, and then putting the face frames on. It's been a pretty productive Sunday once I get these drawer boxes done. See what else we do. Might start making doors, might not, but we'll see. Subscribe to the video, leave us a comment, check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, and see you tomorrow, which is Monday. Adios.